Hello everybody, my name is Kati Kirima. Today I'm gonna read Medicine Then and Now. So there's got two parts because there are 8 chapters and most are 2 pages of 1 chapter. So I use 4 chapters, means 8 chapters with only 1 page. So let's get started. Woo! Introduction. Today, when we have a headache or a fever, we can take medicine to make us well. When we go to the hospitals, doctors use medicine to help to make us well. In the past, medicine was different from what is like today. Pills are just zero. And opening medicine. These are called pills. These are medicine make medicine. And this is a cough medicine. It's just water. Have you ever been ill? Everyone's ever been ill. Have you ever been to a hospital? Maybe. Do you want to know what's like it past? I don't know. Oh, no one knows. Until they're in the past. I don't know all the time. 1. Early medicine. Thousands of years ago, people tried to heal broken bones, but they thought that only magic could kill them when they're ill. Early nomads. Early people were nomads. They didn't live in one place. They traveled around to look for food. They were healthy people. They lived outdoors most of the time, and they walked and ran a lot. They hunted animals and ate the meat when it was still fresh. They usually ate plants on the same day. They picked them. People use mud to heal broken bones. Okay, when I broke my, I just have to find mud, so I put it in the earth, and 3, 2, 1, I got healed, and I shouldn't do it. Just have to. People use mud if they broke an arm or a leg. Oh, okay. My arm too. My arm. So did my arm. Okay. And they put wet mud on it. Then the mud became dry and hard, and it stopped the arm or leg moving so the bone inside could heal. Magic! Early people believed that they got ill because evil spirits were inside them. What? Are you kidding me? Many people at Obus, things that people think are lucky. They hoped that their almost would stop being their ill. People cared for each other when they were ill. A sandman was a man or woman who sang songs, danced, and did magic spells to make people well. Many people believe that these people magic spells work. In some places today, people visit a shaman for help when they are ill. Ooh, Medicine made from plants. When early people studied plants with tests with one were safe to eat, they also discovered plants can cure illness and fever. These plants were the first medicine. One of the oldest books about medicine made from plants was written in China more than 4,000 years ago. Most early medicine were made from parts of plants, like flowers. Sorry, I burped. People ate the plant parts, or they made them into drinks. Sometimes they made the plant parts into luncheon to put on their body. Today, many people use medicine made from plants. For example, people use lozenges made from Ayurveda plants to make sure skin feel better. Accident Egyptian doctors. We know about medicine in ancient Egypt because ancient Egyptians worried about the word. They cut words into walls and wrote on typed of paper. We know that ancient Egyptians used magic spells to cure people, but they also had the first doctors. These doctors made medicine from plants, and they were good at putting budget or oils. They also used honey to help wounds to heal. This was a good idea. Even today, doctors put honey on worms because it helps wounds to heal quickly. Doctors and ideas. When we go to a doctor, we ask, "What is wrong with me?" Doctors have always had different ideas about how they diagnosed and treated people. Accurate medicine. Accurate medicine started in India about 3,000 years ago. Ayurveda doctors ask a patient about their life, how they live, what they eat, and how they feel to make people well and prevent illness. Ayurveda doctors tell people that foods to eat and what exercise to do. They also give people medicine and made from plants. They show how to do yoga. Today, many people around the world use accurate medicine. Acupuncture. Acupuncture is a type of medicine that people have used for 1,000 years in China, Japan, and Korea. Today, people use acupuncture in many things all around the world. Acupuncture. Doctors put thin needles into a patient's body, and a special place is called acupoints. The needles stay in the body for up to 30 minutes. When the doctor takes them out, no one really knows how acupuncture works, but people often use it to treat backache, toothache, and headache to stop people feeling ill. Discover. In China, some doctors use acupuncture for nutrition during surgery. The patients aren't asleep, but they feel no pain. Ancient Greeks. About 2,500 years ago in ancient Greek, many people believed that evil spirits or errant gods made them ill. Icarus was a Greek doctor and a teacher. He believed that people being ill because there was something wrong with their body. He told doctors to watch patients and to think about their illness. Doctors wrote down what they learned. They made medicine from plants and they wrote about which medicine worked. Soon, doctors started to understand different illnesses. To prevent illness, they told people to eat good food. Why is it just like cats good food? Why? Okay, so you look at this E. Just like cats. Cats good food. But it was eat good food. To rest often. Okay, let's read it. To rest often and to do exercise. Accident romance. Accident romance doctors learned that they're dirty and drinking dirty water could make people ill. To prevent illness, accident romance built baths and toilets for lots of people to use. Off the bat, there were big pools, like swimming pools. Every day, Romans went to the bath to wash and to meet friends. In some places, Romans built giant bridges called girders. Built baths and toilets for lots of people to use. At the bath, there were big pools like swimming pools. Every day, Romans would stay to a bath and wash and to meet friends. In some places, Romans built giant bridges called aqueducts that brought water to the city from the high hills. This gave people clean water that they could drink and use. Romans also built pipes to wash water away from the cities to keep the cities clean. Hospital and surgery. Today, people go to a hospital to get well when they're ill. In the past, some hospitals were so bad that made people ill get worse. Hospital in the past. From 1,000 years ago, in Europe, monks and nuns cared for patients in hospital. They weren't doctors or nurses, and they didn't cure the patient. They gave patients food and a bed, and they said prayers with it. The worst this time was the burial. Monks and nuns cared for many patients who had the virus because the patient had to stay in hospitals until they died. The plague killed millions of people in Europe and Asia about 1,000 years ago. Wait a minute. This picture, just like just like that, right? The first picture is just like about in the Middle East. There were many hospitals. There were lots of doctors and nurses to care for the patient, and they made medicine for the patient too. Doctors treated for everyone who came there, and they thought knew doctors and nurses about disease. These hospitals had great wards for different diseases, and there were also pools and mussels. Because doctors believed the sound of moving water helped patients to rest. Discover some hospital in the Middle East has musicians and singers. They try to make patients happy. Early surgery. Surgery is a doctor called surgeon cut open a person's body to take off, prepare or replace parts. From about 1,000 years ago, barbers charged surgery. People could go for the barber shop where the barbers cut hair. The barbers also pull some sore teeth. They also run from fights and cut off arms or legs were barely welded. In the past, barber shops had a red and white pole outside. The red and the white stripes are the red were the symbol for blood and accident. About 1,000 years ago, doctors in the Middle East started to make accident. Accident are drugs that stop people feeling pain. Before accident, people feel lots of pain when they have surgery. Doctors make early biologics from plants. They're made from plants into medicine for patients to put in their mouth. This stopped the pain when the barber pulled a tooth out. Later, the new asthma made patients go to sleep before surgery. When they woke up, the surgery was done. Understanding the body. Doctors have to understand how the body works so they can make people well. Understanding the body also helps doctors to cure more disease. Looking inside the body. Earlier, doctors were not allowed to put open dead people to look inside their body. An accident woman called Gare learned some things by disseminating animals, but he made a mistake. He thought a person's jaw has two bones like a dog's jaw. From 1540, scientists started to dissect people's bodies. Lionel scientists started to dissect people's bodies. Lionel Lavissi was a famous artist who dissected Roman bodies. He drew very clear pictures what we saw. Helpatius. Baupère was a surgeon in France about 450 years ago. At this time, many patients died after surgery because they lost a bone. Major Perry learned to tie a bow versus after he cut off a wonderful hand, arm, or leg. This stopped patients to bleeding too much, and it stopped many of their dying. Al-Rapari also made the first actual hands, arms, and legs for patients. So of the wonderful hand itself. He wrote books about his ideas. What the? Is this? Why? He could write a list. Maybe a book is gooder. Right. These books help other surgeons to become better at their jobs. How the heart works. In Egypt, about 760 years ago, a famous doctor called Al-Bani studied the heart. He discovered that it moved blood around the body. He also discovered that blood travels from one side of the heart to the other side by moving through the lungs. In the lungs, the blood mixes with air. Blood leaves the heart through blood vessel called artery, and it travels back to the heart through blood vessel called veins. In 1628, a British scientist called William Harvey wrote a book about this. Discovered there are about 1 trillion 600 kilometers of blood vessels in the body. Microscope. A microscope is a machine that measures very small things. It can make them look bigger so that people can see them. In about 1640, scientists started to use microscopes to learn about the body. A Dutch scientist called Arend van Leeuwenhoek called capsules through a microscope. Capsules are tiny blood vessels that connect arteries and veins. Arend van Leeuwenhoek also used his microscope to look some place that he looked from a teeny distance. He was surprised at tiny living things. These tiny living things were bacteria. Many years later, doctors understood that bacteria could make people ill. So, that is the end of the part 1. See you next time in the part 2.